Wait, what? Brother, why are you backing here? Hello? This would have been so juicy. This is one of those clips that people would have put in their Irelia montage. This is Diamond Elo, and we're looking at a Moo playing Irelia versus Yorick. The Yorick took First Strike, Teleport, Ignite. Interesting. Gonna skip ahead a little bit. You guys have vision of... Oh. Why did that happen? Hold up. What's going on over here? You know, this actually isn't that bad for Kayn. Up until he walks into Diana, but I guess he was already hard committed. I think... Did you have your camera panned over to Kayn as this was happening? Because I feel like if you had gone there sooner, you probably could have just killed the Yorick, and then you guys could 2v1 Diana. It had to have been sooner. I guess Kayn probably should have pinged that he was like going in here, because you are here for a little bit. And then you back off. This is kind of just Kayn not letting you know that he's gonna go for this play. But I guess once you see him committing here, it's 1 minute, 27 seconds. I think you should start walking and like heading over here, because something goofy is obviously happening, and you're not gonna miss, if you're just standing in the river, you're not gonna miss anything if like the play doesn't end up happening, because you could just walk back into lane. But if you're all the way at your tower, you can't even respond to what's happening here. Because if you were at river while this was happening, then you could have very easily just walked up, walk in through here, and then just kill Yorick. Because the Yorick doesn't have flash, you actually could just walk him down, and there's nothing he could do. You know that he took Teleport Ignite, so you would just walk at him and kill him with the Kayn. And then Kayn wouldn't have died, and then you guys would have been able to 2v1 Diana. That actually would have snowballed the game incredibly hard. Obviously, it was too late for you to react, so at this point you just want to slow push. Once you're level 2 though, you need to be walking up this way. You do not let him cross this line, because you are level 2 and he is level 1. He has no flash, no TP, no ignite. So if he tries to walk up for minions at all, you should just be immediately EQing him to try and get damage on him. He shouldn't even be in range to like get this XP. Yo, where's the E? Now you're 3 levels ahead of him? How are you not just diving him right now? Okay, now you're fighting him. Okay. But this could have been a play so much sooner. Cooldown economy. Once you hit level 2 here, you can make a play with your E. If it doesn't hit, it's not a big deal. You'll just regen the mana. But you're wasting resources that could be potentially regened right now. I wouldn't even mind if you just queued in and like autoed him a few times. He doesn't have anything. He's a level 1 Yorick. It's like one of the weakest champions in the game at level 1. Right here, this should be an EQ. You put the E down as you're right before you dash. You Q forward, then you put the E on him because you animation cancel it. And then you just Q onto him, auto him like maybe 3 times, and then you just walk away. And the reason I'm saying that is because your E is a 18-second cooldown, right? So if you had made that play right here, so it's 240. So the next time you would be available to use the E again is 258. And... okay, so you finally use E at 253, so you wouldn't have it here, but you see what I mean? Like, it would be close. Plus, he would be lower health right now, so he wouldn't be able to walk up anyways. None of this harass matters anymore, though, because now what you're trying to accomplish is slow push into crash on wave 3, because of how fast you pushed, and then you just cheat a recall. Actually... this is kind of an awkward spot because you slow push, but the wave arrived right as your wave crashed. So if you leave, you do end up missing a lot of minions. So either you needed to harass sooner or push sooner. So on this wave right here, this is where you want to start hard pushing. Because of the wave, like it's all clumped up right here, right? You have way more minions. You need to be looking at where your minion wave is. So you can look at the mini-map. Your minions are down here. So your minions are down here. which means that if your minions are down there, the enemy minions are in the exact same spot on the opposite side of the map, right here. So knowing this, it is crucial that you push this wave right now so that you can set up a cheater recall. You're not going to be able to kill Yorick because he's full health, so you can't dive him. So the most optimal option you have at the moment is to cheater recall. So like this bit of harass, while it's fine, it doesn't actually do anything for you in the long run. Basically, you set it up like this. You harass him in the early lane phase, like the first wave and second wave, so that you can potentially tower dive him. But if that does not work out, then you're pushing him off of the wave to stop him from pushing, which means now you can control the wave and slow push into a cheater recall because you couldn't get the kill. It's either you kill your opponent, if that doesn't work, you set up cheater recall, if that doesn't work, then you're playing even, you know? But now, because of how long it took for you to push the wave in, you actually are going to lose minions if you back, so you kind of have to stay here. Which, if you knew that the enemy jungler was pathing from bottom to top, you would be in perfect gank angle right now. But you knew that Diana was on her red at level 1 because of what happened, so it is okay that you can stay here. It's just, it's unfortunate because this is not a position we want to be in. As Irelia, or really as most melee top laners, you want the enemy to be on your side of the map so that you can run them down, right? If the enemy champion is standing here and you're standing right here, and then you engage with like an EQ, look at how long they have to run, right? They have to go all the way over here. But if you're under tower, this guy has no problem like being under tower and farming, right? Because he's going to outscale you eventually. So this is what he wants. You don't want him to be under tower because you can't dive him unless he's already low. But you didn't get him low earlier. So now you've failed to both kill him and cheater recall. So now you're kind of in this limbo where you are trying to push, but the problem is that now your jungler has already, or the enemy jungler has already cleared top to bot once. So if she's already cleared top to bot, what is she going to do after she's cleared her bottom side? She's just going to go right back top, right? So now you're in gank territory because you're still pushing. Whereas if you had properly slow pushed into a cheater recall, the wave would have bounced back to you. And right now, the wave would be right here instead of where it is now. So it's pretty linear, right? Your jungler is either going from top to bot or bot to top. They're always going to do it in a straight line because that's the most optimal way for a jungler to clear. Unless it's like a specific jungler that wants to like, you know, skip a camp or two. Yeah, you're relying on the sword. What if they just go through here, right? I mean, your jungler cleared that, but yeah, so now the problem is, oh boy. See, now you had to flash. And so what does that do? It lets Yorick take control of the lane. Now he has Ignite, you don't have flash. There's a potential gank angle again for Diana, or she can dive you because you don't have flash. Also, they can just harass you here and yeah, now you're in a really bad spot. You no longer have control of the wave. Now that it's successfully crashed into your tower, what's it gonna do? After it dies, then the wave is gonna go right back this way. And so now you're stuck because Diana knows that you're gonna either slow push or fast push within the next 2 minutes. So she could just come back top and there's nothing you can do. If you try and push, once you're like right here, even if it's warded, she can just walk into lane and stop you from pushing, which then allows Yorick to freeze. And then now you're screwed, right? Yorick is stronger than you because he has Ignite. And you don't have flash. So when minions are stacked like that on tower, it's always going to push. Yes. Anytime you crash a wave, I mean, even when you crashed the wave earlier, it would have pushed back to you. It just would have been a lot longer because of the way that you did it. But typically, if you have a big wave and you crash it under a tower, it's always going to bounce back in the opposite direction. So now you're going to be forced to either slow push or fast push. And you have no mana right now, so this is really bad for you. You might end up being able to fast push it. Okay, you do? Nice. Okay, so this is not bad. You ended up getting the push anyways, which allowed you to get a perfect back timing. Cannon wave, so Yorick can't actually push. So this is actually totally fine. But it's like I said before, because you push the minions under here, now their wave is gonna slowly start pushing back the opposite direction. The bounce back. You did not need a TP. That was a wasted TP. It takes about 25 to 28 seconds to walk back to lane. So the thing is, because you backed after you pushed, and it's a cannon wave, Yorick's not gonna be able to push this wave in time for it to go under your tower. So you could have just walked back. We can actually time it ourselves, right? The moment that you recall, let's say you buy your items right away, and you just start walking. So you arrive in base at 5:32, so you should be back in lane by around 58. So does he successfully push it fast enough? I mean, you harass him here. No, he would not have been able to push it fast enough. So you could have saved that TP, which then allows you to potentially like use it to roam bottom or mid or whatever. It allows you to make a play on the opposite side of the map. You know that he doesn't have TP because he used it level 1. So this is just kind of like a unoptimal TP. You basically accomplish nothing with it. Yeah, the new changes got everyone screwed up. I also made the same mistake earlier, so I'm not going to blame you for that. So now you're hard pushing, but brother, you do not have flash. What do you think Diana is going to do? Diana came top because you didn't have flash. Yeah, I mean, that's the learning pains, right? But now you know what caused that to happen. Your failure to both cheater recall and to, like, just walk back to lane instead of TP. Now, you don't have TP to pick up the wave that you're missing. So when you respawn, and granted, you don't actually miss that many minions, but like you're missing out an entire wave, so now Yorick's ahead of you, right? We look at the gold, Yorick is about 400, 300-ish gold ahead of you, when realistically he shouldn't be, right? And once again, because Yorick was able to push it into your tower, gonna bounce back, and now you're slow pushing into him, do you get ganked again? You still don't have flash, so it's a very real possibility. Yeah, exactly. And the reason you never got opportunities to all in is because you constantly pushed him. You're not letting it come back to you at any point. This guy literally took TP Ignite. He has no escape. If he's on your side of the map, you just kill him, but you never let him get to that point because you push. Right here, you should just be backing. There's no reason for you to stay. You have 600 gold in your pocket, which means that you could either get boots or you could get a recurve bow. You probably want boots though, because you want to match his mobility because he got plated steel caps as his first item. Sitting here doesn't accomplish anything for you. Even if he face checks this bush, what's going to happen? He's just going to walk away. He's too close to his tower for you to dive him. You need him to be on this side of the map. And look, you're just pushing again. Yeah, I mean, you see Diana on the other side of the map because your bottom lane's getting ganked by her. But still. Oh. Okay. Here's actually a really good thing that you should be thinking about. So you hard push this wave, right? Instead of warding this, because in your mind, you were already going to their red no matter what. That was a play that you just decided to make after you cleared this pink, right? Instead of warding this this try, save your ward, clear the pink, walk into their jungle, and then ward like down here. The reason why you want to ward down here is because this ward is infinitely better for your team as a whole because it allows your mid laner to know if the Diana's on Raptors. It allows you to know if she's walking top through her jungle. It also just allows your bot lane to know that Diana's on the opposite side of the map so they can make a play on their bot lane whereas you just need to play safe. This ward is fine, but it could be better, you know? Could I have gone for a proxy there? No chance. Bro, Yorick is so much stronger than you right now. There's just no reason to proxy. Okay, this is good. Yeah, you're setting up the freeze. This is perfect. I'm gonna lose my mind if you unfreeze this, though. You hit the minions a little too early. You honestly shouldn't even be queuing it right now. Right here, you should only be auto-attacking it when it's at the slightest last little bit of health. Because if you queue it a little bit before that, it's actually just going to end up pushing back to them. Plus, you're using a lot of mana for doing this. I mean, this is a solid freeze. This is not bad. You should be trying to, yeah, kill the ult. Yeah, just hold the freeze. Keep holding it. You should be walking back into the bush though. So after this minion dies, you want to walk backwards, slowly walk these minions away from the turret, like get them like more back here. You'll take less damage doing it if you like walk a little bit, stop. Walk a little bit, stop. Walk a little bit, stop. Go into bush, walk out. Walk a little bit, stop. You'll just take less damage doing it like that because the minions still have to like walk forward to auto attack you. I mean, it's hard to all in now because you're behind, right? This dude really bought a stopwatch. What the hell? Oh no, he had it in his runes. You never know if the jungler is in lane bush or river bush. Yeah, what you can do is after you've secured this freeze, just walk down. And then just go over here and ward over the wall like this. You can technically ward if you stand right here and you center the camera on yourself and put your ward somewhere like right here. It'll actually go over the wall and place it in the bush. It's a little hard to do, but I actually have a video on my TikTok that shows you how to do that. If you do the one right here, it saves time. If you go down here, there's a chance you miss like 1 or 2 minions. But anyways, this is a totally acceptable position for you. Like, this is fine. In fact, look at what Yorick's doing. He's freaking doing his bot side jungle. You're actually getting ahead off of this. Look, now you're an entire level ahead of him. Look, so even though he's 2 kills ahead of you, you actually are playing this, after the initial blunders, you're playing this very well. You're 2 levels ahead now. He's just losing out so much. I probably wouldn't have, I think you have Blade of the Rune King money. You have 2,200 gold. So once you know that you're slow pushing this, or actually you just fast push this, immediately once you push that, you need a back right now. Just back right there. You can walk into the bush if you need to and back in the bush, but you should just be backing. Look at your map and notice that the minions are back here, which means that their minions are also right here. If the minions are like already like pushing, this is gonna reach tower no matter what. I was hesitating for plate because Yorick hasn't been in lane for like 2 minutes. It doesn't matter. If you back right now, you have enough money for your Blade of the Rune King, which means that you are way stronger than him now, even though he should be ahead of you. Look, you're literally up in gold, you're up in XP. His items are trash compared to a full Blade of the Rune King. So all you need to worry about is actually just backing and getting the item. This wave is gonna push back to you, right? Once the wave gets right here, you can either all in him or you can freeze it. And then it's the same rotation, right? Yorick has to be scared of getting all in, so then he's just gonna dick around in their bottom jungle or whatever. But like, that's not your concern. You should be doing everything in your power to put your opposing top laner as far behind as possible. Yeah, now look. Yeah, exactly. You could have created opportunities to all in, you just didn't. And look, you teleported back into lane. Your past 2 TPs have literally done nothing. Imagine this. You took a summoner spell and you got 0 value out of it, right? You made up for 2 waves that you would have gotten if you just walked back to lane anyways. This is like taking flash and then never using it the whole game. It's like, well, you took flash, you didn't use it the whole game. You didn't really get anything out of it. It's the exact same thing. Plus, teleport is on a 6-minute cooldown before 14 minutes. In 6 minutes, you can get 2 ignites off, you know? Because ignite is a 3-minute cooldown. It actually would have been preferable for you to have ignite if you're not going to use TP in like the proper way. Ooh,
Turret plating will soon fall. Shut down.
It prowls upon touch. Ionia still stands. The ruins of these isles rise to smite you.
it's good that you W here. I probably would not have gone on the Ashe at this point. Keep holding your W. Once you use W on her, Q to the cannon, Q to this minion, then Q to this minion, then go right back on Yorick. That actually would have gotten you the kill on Yorick, and then you probably would have died afterwards, but Kayn can clean up this Ashe kill. You know? You need to be on the board, you need to get gold, so it would have been preferable if you just like Q these minions and then go back in on the Yorick. I think he should clean up this Yorick anyways, right? Yeah, he does. The Ashe literally had heal and flash up. You just didn't use it. Yeah, so if that Ashe is any sort of good, she flashes away from you after you Q, and then she just kites you out. She could also kite out the Kayn if she uses heal, but she was bad. But like, think about it, right? That's the level of player that you're going against. If you want to climb higher than what you're at right now, you need to be playing better than these players. That looked like a bronze player on that Ashe, and yet she's somehow incredibly fed. Ooh, I mean, I like the attempt. You're not animation canceling your E. It's way harder for Ashe to react to the animation cancel, because like, she straight up didn't even flash this first Q down here, which means that you definitely would have just gotten it. So your Q does 338 to minions. Oh, perfect. So right here you throw down your E, then you Q to this minion, and then you immediately throw down the E on Ashe. You throw down the second E as you're flying towards the minion, and that will animation cancel it so that it's a lot harder for Ashe to see it coming. And I feel like you would have just straight up killed her. Because you still have flash too, but if you land the stun, that allows your Q to be reset on her. So like right here, she flashed, but you would still have your Q up. Then you Q once to her, auto a few times, and if she starts kiting you out, like she has heal, then you would just Q a second time. Bro, the Xerath doesn't matter. This is all you. You should be able to kill this Ashe. You understand that you have Blade of the Rune King and you're one level ahead of her, right? Ashe is paper. You are rock. Oops. Yeah, that was a terrible... You're scissors. You're scissors, okay? You got the blades. The blades are scissors. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, W for 4th stack is fine. Although, in hindsight though, maybe it would have actually been better to just hold on to the W and let Xerath land his abilities. I know he missed. Yeah, just hold on to it so that he can like try and harass her. Because like you'll take less damage, right? It's not just for holding so that you can do more damage, it's also so that you can take less damage from your W. Yeah, I feel like you would have just killed her, even if Xerath didn't miss literally everything. Okay. So we are 0-3, but we should actually be like so much further ahead than we are. Well, okay, that's fine. Yeah, Kayn definitely stole that. The E was sus, but again, Yorick doesn't have flash, so you should be able to just kill him at almost any point if you can all-in him. Like, if you can land a Q. What are we backing for? I don't feel like you needed to back, but like I probably would have just walked in here and just waited in one of these bushes. In fact, if you do end up waiting in one of those bushes, you could potentially kill Diana. Yeah, Diana walks up here. You actually could just kill her if you were there instead of in base. Wait, what? Brother, why are you backing here? Hello? You had this kill on lock. Bruh. So what you do here, you actually stay on top of her until like the last second of her Zhonya's. Then you Q here because she is going to immediately panic ult as she comes out of Zhonya's. So you stand on top of her until it's about to pop. Then you Q back to this minion. Then you Q forward to this minion. And then you ult wherever she's at because like anything right here, you're just gonna kill her. Bro, you had that. Look at how much health she has. Also, you have flash, so you can just follow her flash if she does. And look, she did immediately panic, right? This would have been so juicy. This is like this is one of those clips that people would have put in their Irelia montage. What I'm saying is you don't need to use your ult at all here, actually. If you are standing on top of her when her Zhonya's pops, like this, you wait for her to panic ult, and then you just Q to this minion, and then you just walk forward and Q to that minion. She flashes this way, but you have flash to follow, and then you also could ult. Yeah, dude, it's painful looking at that. We are currently 0, 3, and 4. I feel like we've missed out on like 5 different kill opportunities. Not just because Kayn took one of them, but like, we've actually just missed out on so much. Whoa, what are we... I guess this works. Oh, I see what you're going for. You thought you would be able to keep your 4 stacks in time. I understand the thought process there, but the only problem is that you don't have your E. I think if you're gonna make this play, here's what you do. If you're gonna make this play, you know that your 4 stacks are about to run out. You see Diana right here. On reaction to seeing Diana, flash Q. If you flash Q, you'll be so much closer and you'll be able to keep your 4 stacks. You know that she doesn't have flash because she just used it against you in that last fight. If you have your 4 stacks there, I think you just win it without even landing the stun. Well, what's happening here? Okay, a fight breaks out, you teleport. That's unnecessary. I feel like you're just flashing just to, You're just desperate for a kill. That flash was super unnecessary. Your team already had that kill. Again, though, we have used teleport, what, 3 times or 4 times this game? We have not gotten a single thing out of it. We got 2 waves that we would have gotten normally if we played better, and we missed out on a kill and burned our no, we got the kill, but we burned our flash teleport for it. And now you don't have teleport to go top, which you don't really need it, I guess. Yep, it's very easy for you to kill Yorick. I just realized you're maxing W second. I think that's good if you are mid lane, Irelia, but for top lane, I think it's far more important to get more stuns. Think about it. Level 1 stun is an 18-second cooldown. It's good for wave clear, and I mean, it does damage, but your stun also does a lot of damage. 260 magic, whereas the W does like, I mean, it does more if you can get a fully charged W off, but that's not really the play style you're going for in this situation, right? It's more of like a team fighting thing. But if you're trying to just solely kill someone, like in a 1v1, you want the stun up more often, right? It does like almost as much damage. If you had max stun instead of W, you would have had stun available for this. Now, whether you win this fight or not with the stun max, I can't say. I feel like it would have been closer. Yeah, I almost always max stun second on Irelia.
Red team has slain the dragon. Shut down.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty confident that if you had max stun in that previous engage on Diana, you definitely would have just killed her. Because you were full health when it started. I would stay for the... why did we back? Did we have something to buy? Do we have our wits in? We do. Okay. That's fine. What? Hello? Why are we teleporting? You teleported to get one wave again.
Which again, we could have just gotten if we just walk bottom lane.
Yeah, there's no point in... What are you pressuring for, by the way, in this situation? What are we teleporting for? Dragon's not up, Baron's not up. If something is gonna happen mid, you would just teleport mid to help them win the team fight. The thing is, I thought we'd just lose all team fights, my only hope is to split. If you manage to get a really good stun or ult on Ashe Soraka, you straight up, like, insta-kill them. Ashe went Kraken Slayer, Rage Blade, Hurricane, Mortal Reminder. She actually has so little damage, it's hilarious. If you land a stun on her, even if she autos you like 3 times, you just kill her. Same thing with Soraka. Your team has everything up. Yeah, your team's behind in gold, but they're not that far behind. They're only behind 4k gold. Dragon Soul is not up yet, so that doesn't really impact the game. I promise you, Irelia versus Lux, Ashe Soraka, even if they're ahead of you, Irelia still wins that if you just land your abilities. Plus, Yorick was dead, so it was like a 5v4 if you teleport. You do need to be split pushing to create pressure, but teleporting into a wave to push it generally isn't what you want to do. Especially if it's not a built-up wave. Like, that was a single, no cannon, just 6 minions wave. So right here, you should be, like, immediately pushing. This is correct. So you should be able to get bottom turret with that wave. Oh, why are we using... What the... So you know that she has no backup, because we can see on the minimap that their entire team is mid, right? That is very clearly established. So you missed the stun. If you're gonna go in, at least use ult on her first so that you guarantee get the Q reset. Because here's what ends up happening. She is in a dangerous position because her turret is up here, but you are blocking her from reaching said turret, right? She cannot walk past you. So you put up your stun, and then she has to guess where you're gonna put it. She can't walk forward. She can like walk forward and flash over like this, and then the play is done. But if she's standing around here trying to dodge backwards, you ult her because she has nowhere to flash. From this position, she can't flash over the wall because she would just flash into the wall. You have to be like right up on it in order to actually flash over. So from this position, you just throw your ult. If she flashes, she's gonna have to flash like this way, or this way. And if she does any of those options, you have your flash and Q to just follow her. She has no escape, she's Diana. And we've already established that you do win the 1v1. You have a Wits In, you have Shield Bow, you have Blade of the Rune King. You do more damage to her than she does to you. As soon as this stun misses, I would just ult immediately. Because now, look at what you've done. You gave her the easy way to just walk this way. Now she doesn't even have to worry about your ult. Honestly, if I was her, I would have just kept walking and stopped, and I wouldn't have flashed your ult. You turned a winning position into a losing position by queuing. And yeah, your team kind of trolled you. And now you popped your shield bow too, like super unnecessarily. Wait, you actually had a play on Soraka here. I don't know what this stun is. Whether you are 1,000 miles away, you think you're gonna catch someone there? If you don't use your stun here, you actually have the perfect angle on Soraka. You Q to these 3 minions. Now you would have E. You E here, flash forward, E, she actually would just die. Well, you don't want to put up your stun if you don't have vision of anyone. You're just blindly guessing.
Red team double kill.
Okay, this is not... Okay.
Shut down.
Again, you don't have vision of anyone, you don't want to use E at all. It's okay for you to walk forward and clear this. Hold on to your E. So the play here... Remember, you literally just use your W and E, but you're flashing forward for ult. If you have your E and W, this is actually a good play, because what ends up happening is, instead of queuing right there immediately, you throw ults the same way that you did, flash ult, press E right here, then you queue forward onto the Diana because you get the reset off of her getting hit by your ult. Then you throw the E onto Ashe, which then you can queue onto her and kill her. You're not scared of Diana, you're scared of Ashe. Yeah, it's not worth it. Plus, think about it, you would have had 4 stacks here anyways if you had just done what I said. A flash ult would be 1, then you E1, Q onto Diana, that's 2 stacks. You E2 onto Ashe, that's 3 stacks, and then you Q to Ashe, that's 4 stacks. It's okay to do that if you know there's nobody around to fight. But definitely in the situation that you were in just now, you should not have used everything there. Wow, I'm surprised that Q hit. That was actually a wild Diana Q. Okay, so every single TP that we did this game was so suspicious. I mean, this one was... You did get the tower, but like... Think about it. They just got Baron when you TP'd. They're just gonna immediately recall and then get you on the return wave anyways, right? It just does nothing for you. Every single TP we've done this game was just not good. At this point, the game's pretty much lost. They got Chemtech Soul, they got Baron, they got 2 inhibs, they killed half your team. This game's super doomed. But like I said, there was a lot of things that you could have done better that game, and like all of those things add up. I feel like you could have easily carried this game. These guys are not good. Nobody on the enemy team is good. Alright. I'm done with this replay because I just, there's no point in watching the rest. Yeah, wave management definitely needs improvement. TP usage of all things definitely needs improvement, like above all else. That, and granted, it just got reworked. I understand it's a little hard to use TP correctly with the way that they changed it. I'm gonna show you something real quick. I think this is kind of important. When you're playing Irelia and you're in this situation, the flash ult I think was an excellent idea. Once you land the ult, you wanna throw down your E, Q to this one, and then you can throw your E to the back line so that you can keep going. And this minion's actually a little, or that one's a little too close. So like this. See what I mean? That's what you should have done in that fight. Obviously you didn't have stun, but yeah, it allows you to get crazy positioning. Like, this is so stupid. Look at how far you can be in order to make this play. Look at how far I just traveled in that short, like 1 second window. It's a crazy distance that you can get with that. Yeah, I think if you had done that, if you had your stun and your W, you go on Ashe, you kill her real quick, then you W right here, and you would have been able to probably kill Diana in that spot too. You probably would have died to Yorick after, but it would have saved Chemtech Soul for sure. Glad I could be of assistance. If you have any other questions, just let me know.